Hey, yo, what's up, Niner Empire TTC, YouTube, your boy Thizzle. Just on here for a little bit to talk about the 49ers draft real fast. Well, it's all in the books. We got 12 picks, and it was very nice for the 49ers. Excuse me. It was very nice for me to wet my whistle a little bit with some football because, at least for me, football season's usually just too long. So it's nice to get a little football action, going on the last few days and everything. And it just gets me more excited, for the 2014 season and just see where we can go from there. All right, before I talk about the picks, I'll just go over it real fast. First off, we got safety Jimmy Ward, Northern Illinois. Then running back from Ohio State University, Carlos Hyde. Center Marcus Morton from USC. Linebacker Chris Borland from Wisconsin. Guard Brandon Thomas from Clemson. Wide receiver Bruce Ellington from South Carolina. Cornerback Dante Johnson from North Carolina State. Defensive end Aaron Lynch from Southern Florida. Cornerback Keith Reeser from Florida Atlantic. Cornerback Kenneth Acker from SMU. Defensive tackle Caleb Ramsey from Boston College. And to wrap it up, fullback from Oklahoma, Trey Millard. And then, of course, there were several, unsigned free agents and all that, but I could, I don't know, go through that another time or whatever. Overall, I say this all the time, but, only time will tell how this 2014 draft is going to pan out into the future. But on paper, looking at it right now, overall, I'm pretty satisfied with what the 49ers did. I think Trent Baalke did a great job at getting the players he wanted. And as usual, he likes to, be as creative as possible. And I really like that. And the way he was going about it, even had me thrown off a little bit because first off, I'm expecting either a wide receiver, like someone like maybe Odell Beckham, Brandon Cook, somewhere around there, maybe even Jordan Matthews, with the first pick. And if it was quarterback, I was looking at someone like Jason Verrett from TCU, which is one reason why I think I'm going to stop looking at these mock drafts because nobody knows what they be talking about. It's just all theories and it's all hearsay, in my opinion. But I guess it's always good, to debate, like looking at team needs and seeing like where they should go. But regardless, off the bat, we got safety Jimmy Ward. Now he plays safety, and I know we got Eric Reed, and he plays strong safety, I believe. So we got Anthony Bethea, who played with Indianapolis. We got him. But the one thing I like about Jimmy Ward when I looked at his film, he's got that ball hawk mentality, and even though he's listed at safety, he could come in right now and he could cover the slot receiver, which was something I was vacated, since Carlos Rogers, went across the bridge. So apparently he could be an heir to Bethea, but he could come in right away and contribute and, just go in and cover the slot receiver, in our nickel packages. So, that was a pretty under the radar solid pick right there. Next up, we arguably got the best running back, in the draft with Carlos Hyde from Ohio State. And tough running back that can go inside the trenches. He missed a few games with injury, but still I think he ran for over 1,500 yards. Adds great depth to our running back. We got Frank Gore, Kendall Hunter, and don't forget Marcus Lattimore. And if you still want to throw him in the mix, LaMichael James. But I think LaMichael James is on borrowed time right now, but that's another story, another time. Now, at first I was looking at this, and I'm like, why did we get a running back? But the more I thought about it, Frank Gore, he's 30, or he's about to turn 31. And, his time, unfortunately, is going to be up soon. And this is a depth move right here where he could really help. Carlos Hyde can help spell Frank Gore, keep him fresh from when the postseason comes. Some people call him Frank Gore version 2.0, which is a good thing. And I think it's a great move. And plus, even though we drafted Marcus Lattimore last year, and I'm hoping Marcus Lattimore pans out because I want to see what this boy can do for us. But, with his 2 leg injuries, we don't know what we're, going to be getting from him just yet. So this could be an insurance move right here, and I think it's an awesome move for the 49ers to get Carlos Hyde. And I think he's going to be doing some good things for us. Next up, center Marcus Smart from USC. Really love this pick. He can give us some nastiness, to the offensive line, help us run the ball. He's versatile. He played center. He can also play guard too. And because, we don't have Jonathan Goodwin anymore, we just gave an extension to Daniel Kilgore, so Martin will be competing with him. And, if anything, we can use his versatility, to switch around. And then plus with Mike Iupati being a free agent, after this 2014 season, there's no guarantee Iupati is going to come back. And if that's the case, Marcus Martin will be right there. And, big body guy and very fluid at moving himself. And he just adds, I think he can add a meanness to this line. And so another solid pick right there. On the linebacker, Chris Borland. I think he plays inside linebacker. So, with the whole thing with Navarro Bowman, with his injury going, just add some, more depth right there. Does have some injury issues as he's had 2 shoulder surgeries, and some say he's undersized and that he has short arms. But despite that, he's a gamer. He's got a motor on him. He's probably better as a football player than as a linebacker himself. Could really use somebody with his skills on special teams. And this is a guy that can really get after the ball. And, I know I keep saying depth or whatever, but, he could spell, Patrick Willis sometimes or Michael Wilhoit. And, maybe fill in until Navarro Bowman comes back, mid-season. So that's another solid pick right there. Redshirt pick right here, guard Brandon Thomas. Suffered a torn ACL when I think he was working out with the Saints. And had that not happened, some people had him pegged to go in the first round. So this could be a move right here to where it's a value pick basically. And he's a player that can redshirt, and again gives us more depth on the offensive line, especially with Iupati's status being in the air after this season. So yeah, it's just a value pick right there, and most likely he'll redshirt this coming season. Finally, a wide receiver, Bruce Ellington, South Carolina. And this is a really good pick right here. He's only 5'9", and some people say he looks built more like a running back, but he offers you that versatility, can play slot receiver, can help stretch the field, which is something we desperately need. We need someone that can stretch the field other than Vernon Davis. But think about it. I mean, if you throw Ellington in there with Bolden, Crabtree, Davis, oh yeah, and Stevie Johnson, who we just got in the trade with the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to go out and say this right now, but Kaepernick's starting to run out of excuses. I mean, because he's got more weapons, and as long as we can have this, keep the running game established, keep that going, that can help open up some things. Ellington can help stretch the field for us, and so this is looking like a really good pick right here. Oh yeah, we also got Quentin Patton as well. So, besides the running back position, we're also, stacked at wide receiver. And then we finally got a cornerback. I don't know how many times I was on Twitter through the weekend seeing people complain about when we're going to get a cornerback, and I was like, oh my goodness. Well, we finally got one. I hope you're happy. From NC State, Dante Johnson. He's a raw guy, and he's going to need some work, but with a 6'2" frame, he's going to add some physicality to our defensive backfield, which is something that we need. And if this guy can get it together, then hopefully he can do some good things for us. Doesn't want to compare himself to Richard Sherman, thankfully. He wants to be known as Dante Johnson, and form, and do his own thing, which is a good thing. So this is a wait-and-see pick right here, but I really like it. Defensive end, Aaron Lynch, Southern Florida. A 6'6" guy, can play the outside. He's got a great motor, can spell Justin Smith, who's getting up there as well, but is still the heart and soul of the defense, obviously. Aggressive, dynamic athlete. Only thing negative I hear about him is that he might have some character issues. If I'm not mistaken, I think that one of the teams kicked him out of a meeting because he lied to him or something like that. So, but playing under Harbaugh, Harbaugh ain't gonna take none of that bullshit. So playing under Harbaugh could be the right thing he do, to get his mind right. And if he can get his mind right, who knows? Might be good things to come. And the remaining 4 picks, I think, are just pretty much just wait and see. Keith Reeser, Florida Atlantic. I think we got him in the 5th round. But, some people thought that we could have waited till the 7th round to draft him. Guy, had another ACL injury, so it's a guy that's most likely going to redshirt. And all I could think of is it just adds depth to the cornerback position. Because right now, other than Tremaine Brock, there's no certainty there. Chris Culver having legal issues. And then we got Eric Wright, Chris Cook. So there's some uncertainty other than Tremaine Brock. So this could be a depth move right here and just see, what? Fight to the death. And, whoever comes out on top, we'll get some playing time. Keith Acker, same thing. Even though he does, fit the NFL mold of a cornerback, he's 6 feet, but there's question to how physical he can be, especially, when he plays press coverage. So we'll see about that. Defensive tackle, Caleb Ramsey, had some injury issues at Boston College, but he possesses the size to play, the interior defensive line. We'll have to see with that. And then the last pick, at first I was like, why did we pick a fullback? I didn't understand that move right there. And guy that was injured, a guy that's probably going to redshirt, but, he can run, he can catch out the field, has adequate blocking skills, and I guess since Bruce Miller suffered his little injury, it could be an insurance thing, could be, for depth. And I'll just take it at that. So those are the picks right there. And overall, I liked how the Niners were creative in the draft. How they kept, especially on Friday, they were doing a lot. I think they made 5 trades on Friday, so they were doing a lot of willing and dealing. Balky doing a great job. The get the best players off the field, and trusting in the players that could be redshirted as possible players of the future. So, and like I said earlier, right now, I love the picks and I love the direction that we're going. And the only thing that remains to be seen is get these guys on the field, see what they can offer, get them through the OTAs, the mini camps, then go to training camp, let them fight for battles, battles on the roster, and just hopefully take it from there. A lot of these I'm feeling confident about. Some of these, we'll see. We'll see. If they want it really bad enough, they'll make it happen. So, other than that, that's all I got about the draft. Good draft by the 49ers, and I'm really confident that we're headed in the right direction. And hopefully some of these picks, will help get us over the hump, to try to get that sixth Lombardi trophy. So it all remains to be seen. But I'm really liking the direction that we're going, and just hopefully we can do our thing. All right, that's it for me. So Niner Empire, one team, one family, one goal. All right, I'll get with y'all next time. Late.